What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over items that are going to help save your back whenever you're using the faucet. So let's check it out. Today we have two items. These items are both designed so that whenever you're using your water faucet, it turns it into kind of a water fountain. And I'll show you what I mean in just a little bit. For starters, we have the Dreamfarm Tapi. So you can check out what that is right there. Let's open it up and take a look. And that's it. You put this part on the actual faucet itself. You'll notice there's a hole in the bottom so that it runs through normally. Now what you want to do when you use this is you either pinch the bottom or cover it with your finger and it will make water come out right here. Now it doesn't add any pressure, it just changes the direction of the water, so when you use it, it comes up about this high, which is not great, you know, but it's better than nothing, because as you saw from the beginning of the video, you have to bend down quite a ways to get your head under the faucet if you're rinsing your mouth out from brushing your teeth or anything like that. With this, it alleviates maybe, 5-6 inches of having to bend over, which is a lot. Next, we have the SmarterFresh. Now this one is the same idea as this, but it looks nicer, and I think it's gonna work a little bit better, even though I haven't actually tried it. So let's get into the box and see what it looks like. This one takes a little bit more to it to get everything put together. It comes with a couple of different O-rings. It comes with a little blue plastic thing that I'm not sure what it is, and what looks like a metal adapter. Now this, you have to install it. It doesn't just slide on there like this one does. So the way that this works, you screw this part into the faucet area using this size or the adapter if you need it. And so it goes sideways like this. Notice you still have the hole for your normal faucet to just go straight through, but then you have this piece and you have a valve. So what you do, you turn this valve and it turns this into your water fountain. It has a small screen filter in it to help with anything that might come through there. It's gonna look nice on most water faucets because a lot of them have that kind of chrome look to them. Now the difference between these two is not only price, but functionality. The Dreamfarm Tapi, I think is how you say it, comes in at $10.95 on Amazon. So around $11, which seems like a lot for a little piece of rubber, but it's pretty good quality. And for what it does for you, it's not a bad price to pay. The SmarterFresh drinking fountain comes in at $22.95. So you're looking at about $23, so $11 and $23. This one's obviously more expensive because it's made out of pretty heavy duty metal. But one thing I like about this one is that you can just toss this in your travel bag. Like if you're going on a trip and you need to like brush your teeth, you can take this to a hotel room, plug it right up on there. Be sure to wash it after you use it in a hotel because that's going to be grody. So let's go check these things out and see how they actually work. So here we have the Dreamfarm Tapi that I'm about to install on the tap. So you put it right there, shove it onto the faucet, and then there you have it. That's it. When you turn it on, the water flows directly through it, just like normal. But here is where you either squeeze the bottom, and there you can see how it works as a fountain, although it's not very high. And then you can also plug the bottom of it with your finger, whatever way works best for you. I did find that pinching the bottom gives you a little bit better pressure, so I would recommend that. One thing I did notice is that it does like to come off, and so you kind of have to hold it while you're using it. It's not just like a permanent fixture for it to work there, but it does work and do the job that I need it to do. Here we're going to start the installation process for the SmarterFresh drinking fountain. To start, you have to unscrew the end of your water faucet. Once you've completed that, then you'll need to see if you need the adapter or if it will work straight out of the box. For me, I did not need to use the adapter and I was able to screw it on directly, but I did have some issues because my faucet was a bit recessed and it was very hard to screw in, and you'll see what that looks like in just a little bit. One thing to keep in mind whenever you're installing this thing is you have to include the little rubber O-ring in this. I made the mistake of not including it and I could not figure out why it was leaking whenever I would turn it on. I eventually took it off, realized the O-ring was not in there, and then managed to install it correctly. So now's the moment of truth to see if it actually works. There you can see the water coming out nice, just like the faucet is supposed to work. And then when you turn this on, I was very surprised at the amount of pressure you actually get out of this. I mean, it became a true water fountain and I didn't even have the valve completely open. Okay, so that was interesting. Let's start with the Dreamfarm. So this thing is super easy to use. You can throw it in your bag. You can take it anywhere that you might need to use, like a little water fountain thing. The only problem is it did not stay on the faucet super well. So whenever you're pinching it, you kind of have to hold it against the faucet for it to work. Yes, it is usable. I would like to see it grab a little bit more. But I think, $11 for the price, that's not too bad. One thing I did notice is that whenever you're supposed to pinch the bottom, I also tried doing just the finger on the bottom. And the pinching seems to give you better water pressure out of the fountain area. So keep that in mind if you grab this thing. This thing was quite the pain to install. However, once it was installed, I was very impressed. The problem that I had, and not a lot of people are gonna have this is the part that screws against the faucet. The way that this went into my faucet, it was recessed. So whenever I went to tighten this area, there was just barely a little bit below here for me to tighten. It's really hard to get it to screw into like a recessed faucet. What you'll notice on there that I scratched it up pretty good right here using the wrench that I was using to do it. But once I got it on there, I mean, you saw the footage for yourself. It shot out way further than I ever thought that it would. Because I didn't even have the valve fully turned whenever it shot out of the sink. And so this thing right here, if you're willing to have the patience to install it, this thing right here is gonna be the best bet to give you an excellent experience with your own little water fountain. It shot maybe 1.5 feet in the air, almost to the point where you wouldn't have to bend over if you had a sink big enough. So for me, the SmarterFresh drinking fountain was the winner out of the two. I am gonna use this one when I travel and stuff like that, and it'll be handy to have. However, this one just really exceeded expectations. Links to both products on Amazon are in the description below, so feel free to check them out for yourself. They are affiliate links, but that doesn't cost you anything extra, and it actually gives me a bit of a commission if you're to follow those links and grab some for yourself. So thanks so much for coming by for another review. It would mean a lot to me if you would support the channel by subscribing, liking this video, and clicking the little notification icon. I'd love for you to share it so you can get the name out there and help other big and tall people find products that might be of use to them. And I also want to hear from you and those other people, what do you want to see me review? Leave a comment below on what you'd like to see me review next, and I'll take a look at it. So thanks so much for coming by today. It means a lot to me that you're willing to take the time out of your day to spend with me. I like to upload videos every Thursday and Sunday, so look for that schedule. And I look forward to having you on the next video release. Again, I'm Corey from Freaky Tall Reviews. We'll see you next time.